Okay, so the start of the Eaton Fire was just over here. These guys didn't lose their house. Neighbors burned down, etc. These guys' garage, burned down. You see the palm trees are pretty scorched, but luckily their house itself survived. But there was lots of smoke damage, and so these folks are in the latter stage of the abatement. So they tested inside their home. They have they had just redone. This was a garage that burned up. They just redone their insurance when they did that attachment about or new construction about 7 years ago. And their insurance agent, their State Farm insurance agent, suggested they up their coverage, and so they're super happy they did because they've needed every ounce of it. So so they had a relatively recent assessment, current construction rates, that kind of stuff. And so what's going on right now is these guys have, so everything in the house, so they tested positive for lead. And so not asbestos or anything else, but lead. So they've had to pull everything out of the house. The large furniture had to be cleaned, all that kind of stuff. And everything had to be, scrubbed and cleaned to get rid of the powdered lead, dust, other contaminants. The last step, which they're doing right now, is they've ripped out the HVAC ducts of the house, and now they're up there sucking out all the insulation, etc., in the attic. So once this is done, they'll finish another sweep of the house, and then the house will essentially be clean. So all the contamination that came from the smoke, the debris, the embers, all that kind of stuff will be clean, and then they can begin the process of redoing the interior, putting in new insulation, new ductwork, etc. So these guys are really fortunate. So it's a huge pain in the butt to deal with all this remediation, but it's nothing like having to rebuild. So these folks are pretty lucky, and an example of some of the not destroyed, but partial damage that comes even after you think you've escaped the fire. There's other possible impacts that we have to deal with.